Hi everyone, this is Sinan from CarInspected, and today we're in Saint-Constant at a local dealership here on this snowy winter day, taking a look at this 2014 Ford Escape. Starting with a walk around, I've done a lot of the inspection so far. I tried to get as many pictures as I could before it started snowing, but unfortunately, it did start snowing before I was able to completely catch all the pictures. Manufacturing date of this model is August 2013. You can see it there. The mileage on this car is 108,338 kilometers. I just turned on the engine maybe about 10 minutes ago. Don't like the wear on the steering wheel. I'll turn on the lights. Fog lights. There's some anomaly that I was able to see here. I don't know why the wiper holds a little bit before it closes. That doesn't before it finishes the actuation. That doesn't happen all the time. So if I was to do, well, no it is, but I tried it a little while ago where it would just start working, but then if you actuate it just one time, for some reason it stays in the fully actuated position, and it sticks in there for a little bit. So let's check if the mechanism has been played with. Windshield is original, by the way, and there was some paint work done to the car. I'll highlight it momentarily. Oh, it doesn't. So that's where the mechanism is. It's not damaged or anything. It looks like it's might need an adjustment, might need some service, but take note of that. That is a wiper arm assembly is not it's not an unusual thing to break down, especially in Canada, and well, in this weather. When the windshield freezes, you try to actuate the wipers, and sometimes it gets stuck here or here, and it tries to push, and you end up breaking the arm or breaking the mechanism that's inside. The motor works though, but the mechanism definitely needs some attention. The engine is running, it's on idle. I get a note saying the coolant is low, and when I check here, yes it is. This is one of the codes that were uncovered on the engine controller. This is the EcoBoost engine. I did verify the voltage on the battery. It seems like the battery was just replaced not too long ago. It's a MotoMaster, so it's an aftermarket battery. Now, when it comes to the paint, even though these panels did not move, but there were some panels that were replaced, or at least removed and readjusted. I'll show it to you a little bit. No, these ones did not move, but there was some repaint. So let's go to the repainted panels. I'm gonna show it to you with the meter. Okay, so a normal paint thickness on this vehicle should be around 100 micrometers, or 100, up to 110, 120. Yeah, this is normal. 120 here. 138 is a little bit thicker here. We're starting to get thick. 145, 195, 196. I don't know if you can notice the misalignment here. And this one is pretty thick here. It's 500. So something happened to this panel. Another thing I want to highlight here, the rear wiper is working. So here you can see the bolts that hold the hinge for the tailgate in place. That was replaced, or they were removed. You can see the scratches, they're clearly shown on them. Someone took a wrench to this and all bolts, and they've been removed. So that could be a sign of an accident, could be a sign of a replaced hinge, or a replaced mechanism, or the replaced tailgate, as it seems to be the case. There was rust proofing done to the vehicle. This panel should not be sticking out like this. This is actually loose. So that needs to be put back. Spare tire and the mechanism for the jack assembly is under the spare. It's brand new. It's never been used before. Fuse box. I've taken a lot of pictures of the car. You can see that this panel has been removed. It's not lined up correctly. So there was something that happened to the rear of the car. I don't have access to the Carfax report, but I'd be able to tell you that whether it shows an accident or not, there was something that happened to the rear. So back to normal paint thickness here, here, and here it's a little bit thicker, but past that maybe. Yeah. Pillars on both sides are a little bit thicker. So you can see the paint overall. Bumpers are misaligned. Sorry, the rear bumper is misaligned. Just on one side more than the other, so you can see it here. As for the winter tires, these winter tires, I don't think you should drive on them. Or if you're gonna drive on them just to finish the winter, maybe, but they're below 630 seconds. For a winter tire, that's kind of, I don't know. I wouldn't be comfortable driving. The rotors and the brakes in the back are new. Oh, someone put a lot of weights here to balance this, which is a little bit, that's excessive. Front, the rotors are rusty a little bit. Seems like the car's been sitting for a while. And then I'm gonna flip the image just to show you the brakes. The brakes are new, the brake pads are new, but the rotors are not. These tires were manufactured in 2009, so they're a little bit old. They're actually 5 years older than the car. You can see the cracks that are starting on the tire. Now, this is not, it would be dangerous if you take it to a racetrack, but I mean, for normal driving. Anyway, my recommendation would be to change the tires. That's for safety reason. I turned on the lights. I checked the brake fluid humidity content. As mentioned, battery and alternator. I checked the oil quality as well. I checked the coolant freezing temperature. Coolant needs to be topped up, definitely. Fan belt condition is good. Our accessory belt condition is good. You can see a lot of rust proofing that's been sprayed all around. Front bumper is in more or less okay shape. There is some damage to it though. Alignment of front panels is much better than in the rear, but you have the misalignment here. Here it lines up perfectly, but then you go near the bottom and it opens up. Undercarriage is not bad. It seems like some work was done to the rear suspension recently. The car has the Sherlock etching. Should save on. prices for insurance. And you can see the Sherlock here, but you don't see it here, which is more of a proof that something happened. So you can see it here, but you don't see it here. So something happened to the tailgate. All right, going to the inside of the car, I checked the mirrors, I checked the windows. They all operate front and back. I'll just highlight it. Side mirrors are working. Seat adjustment is working, and the lumbar support as well. It's just it's dirty. So carpets, winter and summer. Well, winter is not for Canadian winter. No warnings, but when I did the check engine, when I did the scan, I noticed that the codes have been recently deleted, which could be an indication that some maintenance has happened. They've done some maintenance to the car. They've done an erase on the codes, but the only way to find out that if any codes would return would be to actually drive the car. You would need to drive it for at least about 300 kilometers of normal driving just to make sure that all the monitors come back online, because all of them are still testing. Monitors are basically the codes found, or when you delete the codes, the car thinks that it just kind of left the factory, or that some major work has been done, so it retests the sensors and recalibrates everything. And it's in the process of doing so right now. There is the rust proofing holes, that the access holes for the car. Well, you'll find them all around. But user manual is there, and you have the lock, the wheel locks key is there as well. Some stains on the seats, sweat stains. They definitely had seems like I think maybe a kid. That hinge was squeaking. I don't know if you heard it, but it's working, but it's kind of, so to show you the stains, maybe a kid kicking or something. And on the seat bottoms, and that is on both of the rear seats. Alright, we haven't yet taken the car for a test drive, so we're about to do so. I just want to do a final walk around. The car is dirty, so please forgive me if I missed something in terms of scratches or little dents here and there, because you can see the condition of the car. The cleanliness needs to be cleaned. The condition of the roof is good. Tailgate, well, I mean, it's been replaced. At least this is my belief. Color matching seems to be very good. The rear driver quarter panel has been repainted. It's been repaired. So there seems to have been an accident on the rear right. Again, alignment of the panels as I walk around, you can see here. Alright, well, this has been Sinan from Car Inspected. That was a pre-purchase inspection on this 2014 Ford Escape, and we're in Saint-Constant, just maybe about half an hour drive from from Montreal. Thank you for watching.